Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel'sIrishPub.com. Glad you said it there. Great. That's all you true fans out there. Alright, time for another movie review. 2 in a row. Alright. Bet guess you can't guess what movie it is. No, you can't. Well, yeah, you probably could because you clicked on it and you saw the title. Alright, it's American Made. You know that because you clicked on it. Alright. So this is a story of Barry Seal. Yeah, Barry Seal, who was a regular TWA pilot, who then becomes a drug runner for the CIA, which then exposes the Iran-Contra debacle. So Tom Cruise stars in it. Who else is in here? I mean, that's all you need, right? Tom Cruise. You got Sarah Wright Olsen, Jesse Plemons, I think you say his name. Friday Night Lights. That's where I think he got to start. At least that's where I saw him for the first time. Domhnall Gleeson, seen him around as well. The ratings on this, 87% from Rotten Tomatoes critics, 79% from the audience, and a 7.2 from IMDb. Full transparency here. I'm going to let you know that I saw this in the movies. Now, I didn't do a review like I did with Justice League, come home and do a review for it. But I did see this in the movie, so this will be my second take of this. So let's see how this review comes out. Maybe I should do 2 viewings first before I do the movie review. Who knows? Maybe it won't be as good as the others, because they are awesome. Give me a 10 on my movie reviews. Thank you. A little thumbs up there. Alright, so I'll get into it a little bit, and I'll check in throughout. It's an hour and 55 minutes, and stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching American Made, and you know that because you read the title. We're at the 41 minute and 21 second left, or mark. You can see that down there. But a little bit further into the movie now. Basically, as I said, he's a TWA pilot. So he becomes a TWA pilot, and he's bringing cigars back for people and selling Cuban cigars when it was illegal, which was very recent. But this happens in 1978, so he's bringing some cigars back for some people making some money, nothing major. And a member of the CIA finds out about this and now recruits him to start flying over South America and taking pictures. So he flies very low, takes pictures, he's doing a good job. The CIA likes him, but they're not giving him a lot of money. And then he's approached by Pablo Escobar and his whole gang, and is asked to fly cocaine back to the United States, and they're going to give him $2,000 for every thing of cocaine, every whatever it is, 2.2 pounds. And so he's going to do that, but when he does that, he kind of gets caught doing it in his first run, and then they send him to Colombian prison. And the CIA comes and busts him out, or doesn't bust him, get him out. But then they make a deal with him, so he's not going to get out scot-free. He's like, you're running drugs, that's illegal, you can't do that. Working with the CIA. So he makes a deal with him, saves his family, moves his family to Arkansas. They lived in Louisiana before, I believe, and they moved him to Arkansas. And now the CIA is asking him to deliver guns into Nicaragua, where the Contra is. So the Contra is basically freedom fighters who are rising up in a civil war type deal in Nicaragua and trying to overtake the Nicaraguan government. And so the CIA in America is trying to give them guns, and they're using Tom Cruise, or Barry Seal, which is his name, to get the guns there. And that's where we are right now. So very interesting, because he's now come clean with his wife. We're only 41 minutes into the movie. And if I didn't say it before, if you're not aware, this is based on a true story. You know how I love true stories. So that's where we are so far. Very entertaining, a lot of fun, and see what happens from here. So there's a lot of manipulation, but some people getting rich. So I'm going to keep going here. Maybe I'll check in again. Maybe you'll see me in the credits. I don't know. Stick around. I'll be back in a jiffy. Hey everybody. I want to do one more check-in before the credits. We're watching American Made. I know you know that. It's the 1 hour, 18 minute, and 13 second mark. And a lot has happened. So I think the last time I checked in, basically he was starting to run guns down to the Contra in Nicaragua. It's a tough one to say. So that starts, but then it snowballs into more. So he starts working with Pablo again and the cartel, and so now he's taking the guns to the Contra and then sharing them also with the Colombian cartel, so they're fully armed. And then he's also taking now the cocaine from them and delivering that as well. So it's some kind of like trade like that. That's what seems like he's back into doing that. So he's working all angles here, all underneath like the CIA's nose, and making hand over fist money, crazy money. All over the place. He's got it buried. He's got it in various banks. He's got it in every shoebox. It's ridiculous how much money this guy has at this point. And it makes me think, like, you think about these kind of things. It's like, well, what would you do for money? And he obviously got into this, and you would think, like, okay, when's enough is enough? And I think in this case, he can't get out of it. Like, there's no way for him to just stop. I mean, he's got Pablo Escobar. He's got the CIA. He's got to be doing what everybody says. So it's not like, I just quit. You know what I mean? I don't think that could actually happen. But then his brother-in-law shows up. So a younger brother of his wife shows up, and this guy's kind of a goofball and starts messing some things up. And I think he's putting the whole business at risk. But that's what happened so far. It's pretty, a lot of details, but that's just the overarching story for you. Still very entertaining. I'm enjoying it, and I know this is the second time I'm seeing it, but so far so good. I'll keep watching it here, and I'll check in at the credits. Alright, see ya. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of American Made. I tell you, it's a phenomenal story. I mean, everything that has happened to this Barry Seal, and how he was involved in just everything from everyone. He was involved with the CIA, with the Colombian drug cartel, with the Contras. He was involved with the White House then as well. So I urge you to check out this movie. It's a great movie. I don't know how familiar you are with the situation with Barry, or even with the Iran-Contra whole thing. Plays somewhat of a small part, but an important part. Oliver North has an appearance in here. I thought that was neat. Bush is in here. So it's pretty neat on how they bring it all together. Like, I remember, I was very young, but I remember Ollie North getting in trouble for something, and this is, I think, why. I mean, this is obviously why, but it's pretty neat. George W. Bush is in it. Reagan's in it. They show live clips of Reagan and Nancy Reagan when she started Just Say No to Drugs. So they show that whole clip. So it was a very, very good movie. It's a great story, I think, because it's a true story, and it's incredible on everything that this guy has gone through. So for me, I'm going to give this one an 8, I think. Yes, absolutely. One small piece of criticism, because what they didn't do at the end, they start showing, some certain things happening, like after the climax of the movie. They didn't show, like, how I like to see the words of, this is what happens here, and this is what happens there. They show some pictures. They don't say enough. I think I'd like a little bit of extra. I always enjoy that. Like, it's like getting a little extra when the movie's over, and that didn't happen here. So that's my only criticism on it. Otherwise, I thought it was a fantastic movie. I don't want to give any more away. I think I've given you enough of the plot. And it's not, I kind of thought I would remember, maybe seeing it twice, but I totally understand everything that was going on between the drug trafficking and moving the guns and who was all involved. So it all makes sense. It's not too complicated. Sometimes they make these movies very complicated. It's hard to follow what's going on, and you just kind of have to enjoy the action and not so much the plot of the movie. Well, this one, I think it's very easy to understand and know what's going on. So I think that made it even more enjoyable. It's based on a true story. I think, I don't know if you've ever seen Air America, is another type of version of this. I think they're related somehow. Mel Gibson and Iron Man were in that one. So check that out as well, but not until you check this one out. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. You got a little bit of information out of it, and if you decide to check this movie out, let me know. All right, thanks for tuning in. KimmelsIrishPub.com.